goes through your mind when you're anxious? Specific anxieties are as unique as the people experiencing them. They do, however, have something in common. Anxiety is often about fretting about the past or worrying about the future. I'll use myself as an example. Recently, I was grocery shopping. As I was going along, I came upon a special display of pancake mix. I thought, pancakes. We haven't had those in a while, and I tossed the box into the cart. Then I realized that I didn't have syrup. So up the syrup aisle I went, and there's where the trouble happened. As I stood there looking at the different choices, analyzing them, reading the labels, looking at the prices, I suddenly noticed that I wasn't feeling well. I was experiencing physical symptoms of anxiety, emotional symptoms of anxiety. My mind was racing with all sorts of negative consequences of my syrup decision. What had happened? I realized that I had stopped living in the present moment, and my mind was racing about future problems. I was imagining all sorts of problems. Long-term health consequences because of high fructose corn syrup, giving my kids a horribly disappointing childhood because I would decide not to buy pancakes and they would carry that disappointment into their adulthood. My mind was just getting carried away with all sorts of future problems. There is a way to calm the mind down and bring it back to the present. It's called mindfulness. Mindfulness is part of many cultural and scientific traditions. We see it in Buddhism, yoga, cognitive behavioral therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy, and many other traditions. The reason it's in so many different practices is because it works. Mindfulness is very helpful for calming anxiety because it pulls our racing thoughts out of the past, away from the future, and puts them back in the present moment. The concept is very simple. Just pay attention to the present. It may be simple, but it isn't always easy. But the way to do it is to intentionally think about what is going on right now. When you're feeling anxious, notice that. Notice your thoughts, and then pull them back to the present. Use all of your senses. For example, you might be doing the dishes. How does the water feel? Is it warm? Is it cool? How do the bubbles feel on your skin? What does the soap smell like? What are the sights? What do you see? What does it hear? What does it sound like as the dishes clank against each other? Fully focus on the very moment that you're in, and your mind will settle down. It'll pull away from the past and the future, and the anxiety will diminish. Anxiety is often about fear and worry. Being mindful of the present moment focuses our thoughts on what's happening now, and that is a tool that you can use to help calm your anxiety.